The Urbanrenters research piece, we were able to collaborate with Stanhope, who is a UK developer, and Network Homes, who are a housing association. And between the three of us, be able to pull all of our expertise together to create the Urbanrenters research piece. The purpose of the Housing Futures Urbanrenters report was to identify what the best scenario would be for the build-to-rent environment. To do that, we went out and looked at different markets. We were very fortunate to be able to do this. Go and look at Germany, Japan, the US, Sweden, and understand how their build-to-rent markets work, what works, what doesn't, and bring that information back to the UK. Then from that information, we then went to do a consumer-led piece of research where we went out and surveyed over 1,000 respondents. The four key findings from the Urbanrenters research was the identification that the private rented sector had grown by over 80% in the past 10 years. The second driver was identification of the fact that people are selecting to live in long-term rental accommodation. In fact, we identified that 9% of our survey respondents had aspirations to rent for their entire lifetime. The third identification or driver of the report was actually the clarity of 10 different tribes. We identified 10 different groups of individuals who are all seeking to live in rental accommodation within the UK. The fourth finding for the Urbanrenters report was the actuality of people wanting to be in an amenity-rich, transport-led location. Perhaps something that you would think is very intuitive, but in actuality hasn't been delivered. The main conclusion, perhaps, was the fact that, thinking about it, most people think of just generation rent, and in reality, it's every generation rent.